Hello, and welcome back to Clear and Casual, the podcast for newcomers and immigrants navigating life in English. I'm your host, Hailey.
And I'm Peter. It's great to have you with us today. We have a really important topic to discuss, something that every single language learner experiences.
That's right. Today, we're talking about misunderstandings, that moment when someone says something and you just don't get it. Or maybe you think you get it, but you're not sure.
It can feel awkward or maybe even a little embarrassing, but we want to start by saying something very important. Misunderstandings are a normal, natural part of learning and using a new language.
Exactly. It doesn't mean you failed or that your English isn't good. It just means you're in the middle of a real conversation. And today, we're going to give you the tools to handle these moments politely and with confidence.
Learning how to manage a misunderstanding is a huge step. It's real-life survival English. It helps you feel more in control and more confident in your daily life.
So first, let's quickly talk about why misunderstandings even happen. Peter, what are some of the common reasons?
Well, there are many. Sometimes people speak very fast, or they have an accent that's new to you. Other times, they might use slang or idioms, phrases you just haven't learned yet.
Right, slang is a big one. And there are also cultural differences. The way someone says something in one culture might mean something totally different in another.
That's so true. So when these things happen, it's easy to feel confused, frustrated, or even a little bit shy. You might worry about interrupting or annoying the other person.
We hear that from so many listeners, but we want you to hold on to this idea. It's not your fault. Communication is a two-way street. It is always okay to ask for clarification. In fact, it shows you are listening carefully.
Okay, so let's get practical. We're going to walk through some common real-life scenarios where misunderstandings happen and give you simple, polite phrases you can use.
I love this part. Let's start with a situation that happens all the time. You're at a store or a restaurant, the cashier or server says something quickly, maybe about a special offer, and you miss it. What can you say, Peter?
A great simple phrase is, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that." It's soft, it's polite, and it immediately lets them know you need them to repeat.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I like it. Another one I use is, sorry, could you say that again, please?
Perfect. Both are friendly and work in almost any situation. Okay, Haley, how about a harder one, on the phone? There are no visual clues, which makes it extra tricky.
Ah, yes, the phone can be stressful. In this case, it's okay to be more direct about what you need. You could say, I'm sorry, the connection isn't very clear. Could you speak a little more slowly, please?
That's a great tip. Blaming the connection is a nice, polite way to ask for what you need. Okay, let's talk about work. This can feel high pressure. You don't want your boss or colleague to think you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
For this, I recommend a strategy called checking for understanding. You can say something like, I want to make sure I get this right. Are you saying that you need the report by Friday?
Oh, that is so powerful. It doesn't sound like you're confused. It sounds like you are careful and responsible. You're just confirming the details.
Exactly. Another great professional phrase is, could you clarify what you mean by the confusing word? It shows you understood most of it, but just need help with one part.
Let's talk about another really important place, a doctor's office. You absolutely have to understand everything correctly here.
Yes, and doctors and nurses expect questions, so never feel shy. You can say, could you explain that in a simpler way, please? There's no shame in asking that.
Repeating back is also key here. Okay, so just to be clear, I take one pill in the morning and one at night. This confirms you have the right information and gives the doctor a chance to correct you.
That's right. Okay, last scenario, a casual one, with neighbors or friends. Maybe they use a slang word you've never heard.
This is a great chance to learn. You can turn it into a positive moment. Instead of just being confused, you can say with a smile, I'm still learning new phrases. What does hang out mean?
That's a perfect way to handle it. It shows you're curious and engaged. Most people are happy to explain. It turns a moment of confusion into a moment of connection. Absolutely. Technical glitches can make things difficult. You might have a frozen screen or choppy audio. A great phrase here is, sorry, you cut out for a second there. Could you repeat the last part? It's a neutral way to explain the problem without blaming anyone's connection.
I think it might be helpful to hear one of these in action. Peter, are you up for a little role play? These phrases are so helpful, but a big part of this is also your mindset, your confidence. Let's talk about some general strategies for staying calm and polite.
I'd love to. Let's do the coffee shop scenario. I'll be the fast-talking barista and you be the customer. Absolutely. The most important thing is not to panic. Take a breath. It's okay to pause for a second. A smile also helps a lot. It shows the other person you are friendly and trying your best.
That's a good point. Also, remember that you don't have to apologize too much. Saying I'm sorry once is fine, but you don't need to say, I'm so sorry, my English is so bad.
Right. You can swap sorry for other phrases. For example, excuse me, I missed that, or simply, one more time, please. It's more direct and confident.
And above all, please focus on communication, not perfection. The goal is to connect with the person you are talking to. A small misunderstanding won't break that connection. In fact, working through it together can make it stronger.
All right, now it's time for a segment we love, answering your questions. Hailey, what's our first listener question?
Okay, this one comes from Maria in Toronto. She asks, what if I feel embarrassed asking someone to repeat themselves? I don't want them to think I'm not smart.
Oh, Maria, that is such a common feeling. Thank you for asking that. My advice is to try and change how you see the situation. You are not admitting a weakness. You are showing that you are an active, careful listener.
That's it exactly. People want to be understood. When you ask someone to repeat something, you're telling them what you're saying is important to me and I want to understand it perfectly. It's actually a sign of respect.
Totally. Okay, next question. What if people get impatient when I ask them to repeat themselves?
This can be hard, and unfortunately, it does happen sometimes. The most important thing to remember is that their impatience is usually not about you.
Right. They might be busy, stressed, or just having a bad day. It is not a reflection of your English skills. Stay calm, stay polite. And here's a pro tip. You can say, thank you for your patience.
Ooh, that's a good one. That phrase can sometimes make the other person pause and soften their attitude. It's polite, but also puts you in a position of control.
All right, last question. What if I misunderstand something really important, like directions or a time for an appointment?
This is where our strategy of repeating information back is your best tool. Always confirm important details. For example, okay, so I will turn left at the traffic light, then go 2 blocks. Is that correct?
Yes, don't leave an important conversation feeling uncertain. It is your right to be clear. So always take that extra moment to confirm dates, times, addresses, and instructions.
Wow, that was a lot of great information. Let's do a quick wrap up.
The most important thing to remember is that misunderstandings happen to everyone, even native speakers. It is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you are out there living your life in English, and that's amazing.
It really is. Arm yourself with a few simple, polite phrases like, could you repeat that please? Or I didn't quite catch that. Practice them so they feel natural.
And remember to use the strategy of repeating important information back to confirm you understand. It builds confidence for you and for the person you're speaking with.
So here's your challenge for this week. Choose just one phrase from today's episode, just one, and have it ready in your mind. The next time you feel a moment of misunderstanding, try it out.
You can do it. Every time you handle a small misunderstanding, you are building your confidence, one conversation at a time.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening to Clear and Casual. We believe in you, and we are cheering for you.
Until next time, take care.